I played vampires the other day on Halloween. We did Renfrey. This is much different than that. So if you want to play that version, go refer to my last deck on that. And I actually updated the comment section, pinned the comment there with the changes that I would make for November. So you don't have to ask me here. Just click the video and you'll see it. Okay. Now, I felt like because of the changes, Mushy Truffle vampires would be a ton of fun. And I was correct with that. Yeah, they're tons of fun. I've been enjoying things, and I've been playing cards that I normally don't even put in vampires, which is crazy. So let me explain what I mean by that. So Mushy Truffle, we get to play a bonded unit, which is great. Plumard's got a buff. Plumbards feel OP right now with the buff. Base power buff of 1, so the first one comes down at 7, basically increases the floor of that card. And then when they're bonded, give an enemy unit bleeding equal to its base power instead. So what we're going to be doing with this here is we're going to be looking for something like 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, who knows. And we're just going to go for the tallest base power things we could find. And what's even crazier is I can play another one off the Truffle. So we have a potential of playing 3 of these total. And then you go and you get the flatter value, right? From those 2. So every time you're going to be dishing bleeding of that sort, you're going to be getting big payoff from Flutter. So when bleeding is applied to an enemy unit, boosts health by the amount applied, counter 1 at the start of your turn, refresh the counter. So you could be just firing this off every single turn for a few turns. But what's even crazier than that, literally, like, I don't know the lore on this, but like the older bro, big bro, you know what I mean? So Proto Flutter, give an enemy unit bleeding 3, then boost self by the amount of bleeding on that unit. So if I've stacked, let's say, we're getting like 6 off these, 6, 12, and then the initial 2 plus the Neckarats. Like, if you wanted to do that, if they're not giving you like a lot of wide targets to go, or it's not an Oriana round, you're getting crazy Proto Flutter value. This card's coming down at like 20 plus points minimum. You see in different factions, in Monsters, Frost archetype, you're going to be getting Caranthir at like 20 points. If you're playing Harmony, you're going to be getting Big Owl at 20 points, right? This is Vampire's big 20 points. And because I was going so hard into this, I decided to cut Morvudd in this version because we're getting like Morvudd at a discount right now. You know what I mean? You can go Morvudd at 12. He actually got buffed this patch. But I decided, you know, if I can even find him. There he is. You could do that, but then you got to sacrifice some things. And I think that Proto Flutter, the way that he is right now, is really just good in a deck like this. So not only that, we're getting so much other payoff here from bleeding. So Catechins in this deck, Order Spawn and Ekamara on this row, cooldown 4, reduce the cooldown by 1 whenever bleeding's applied to an enemy unit. Pretty much everything in the deck applies bleeding, which is amazing. So we're just going to be cycling this out, and this synergizes the best with Neckarat. So you play Neckarat, you give an enemy bleeding 2, cooldown 2. When you play a vampire, reduce the cooldown by 1. So you get basically this down, click, reduce cooldown. Let's say you play something like a Garkin, reduce cooldown on this, then you click it again, it reduces the cooldown on this. It's absolutely insane. So that right there, just the way it funnels, it's like silky smooth, and you're gonna have a lot of fun playing it that way. And what's even better too is if they're like, man, I'm bleeding a lot, I don't know what to do, I've got Verena. So give an enemy unit bleeding 4, boost enemy units bleeding enemy units cannot be boosted. So this is like a really good control option for us. Basically, they might be panicking that their units are all getting bleeding, so they want to use boosty special cards to go tall instead of going wide, but they can't go tall. We're preventing them from going tall. And I have an option to keep her alive with Mushy Truffle off the Froth if we need to. I also have Peller if they get locked. So it helps us out quite a bit. And if that's not bad enough, Oriana comes into play. Deploy given enemy unit bleeding equal to the number of allied vampires. If we're going wide with the Catechin, and we have all that stuff going on, then she just gets even more value, right? And if we're going wide with the Neckarat, putting bleeding on just about everything, then we're going to be getting the highest amount of per turn engine value from Oriana. So crazy. All in the meanwhile too, we're thinning out with Doggo. We got our top deck guaranteed to be relatively decent with Maxi, and I've got some thinning with the Wild Hunt Riders. So we're thinning out 1 here, 2 here, having a look at things properly, and then we got a Neuromancy to clean it up at the end. So Alp, probably the best bronze monster that I could think of in the game. I mean, maybe not, but she's good. She's really good. She's worth 16 points when you compare the synergy with the Flutter, right? 6 bleeding, 4 base body, 6 points here. It's crazy. And Feast of Blood's really good for purifying a Shoop. Resilience, really good at purifying Siri Nova, getting through a defender. If you're playing against Carapace, they got Vale. Like, this is a crazy game-changing card. It beats Kelly right away. It's like, boom, boom, done. Otherwise, we're in trouble. So, it's kind of the idea. Garkin's just a solid engine, sitting at 4 provision, can play for 10 points easy at the end of your turn if there's bleeding on an enemy unit, boost self by 1. So you got that. And then at the end of the game, big finisher, Regis, he's not even the star of the show anymore. There's so many other things going on that are just better. Like, he's cool. He's probably win more, but you still want to have him. He demands tall punish, which is great. But you drain an enemy unit by 3 at the end of your turn while in hand deck. If there's an enemy unit with bleeding, increase own base power by 1. So he comes down, give or take, for anywhere between 15 to 17 points normally, plus the 3 and 3. So he plays for over 20 points, but you know, it's like most of the time you're already winning. But if we can win round 1 and even push in round 2, go into a short round 3 with this, you're pretty much guaranteed to win. So that's the idea. Crystal Skull, to make sure that our engines, whether it be the Nekarat or the Katakin, are usually my go-to choices. Stay alive. I don't generally go into the Flutter because it goes tall, but it doesn't do anything to them. So they love punishing this card. But with these ones here, they might think twice about it. So that's the idea. Hopefully you get sort of what's going on with this here. Ton of fun to play. If you're new to the game, this is going to be a blast. If you've been playing for a while, it's going to be nostalgic. I think that it's just the perfect time to give it a shot. But I got a few games here with live commentary for reference. If you enjoy the content that you see, don't forget to sub to the channel. I'm doing multiple uploads today, so be on the lookout for more Gwent videos.
The gate must be secure.
It's Nilfgaard, Imposter. Let's take a thin. We can go for Onero. I think I can save maybe one of these for later because they're so valuable. This sort of sets the tone for the round if I boost it. And then I have a Peller for me. I think I can get rid of that though. Let's see if they got Vincent. A lot of the net decks that I'm seeing aren't running Vincent. I'm running Vincent, but that video didn't do well, so. I also like that we immediately set up shop with the rider. So this is not what I thought it was, okay. Probably just some Renfree with Imposter just for the swing, you know? I'm going to take this. Hopefully they don't leader it right there. That's a good one. It's also an easy joust, so. Double Nekarat to me feels too expensive, but I wouldn't mind taking a Garkin here. Garkin here would reduce the cooldown on both of these. We'd spawn, and then we'd pretty much kick them out of the round unless they played a tempo play here, almost. And then we can go in, we could take this, and we could take this, you know what I mean? So you've got some kind of tall punish, cool. Let's get some more value from it before it says bye, you know? Let's keep that in mind. Whatever we can do, they can bring something back. Okay, so it is Renfree. So yeah, they're probably just doing Triss Meteor, and they want this so that they can spawn on the road to stack it for the Triss Meteor quicker. Which is whatever. It's not the end of the world. Round 1 feels important to me. I might just go double Nekarat. I wasn't planning on it, but I find that like the Renfree ones love pushing, and it's very oppressive, so let's just go with this. That's a good flip. Can I play a vampire? I'm not dropping this for you guys. That would be a sad story. Okay, let's do this so it stays symmetrical. You get more points if you do that, by the way. Cool points. There we go. Not bad. Not bad. We got 3 thins out of the way. We got a little bit of their tempo stuff out. Let's see if I can play in here. I'm gonna want to keep Peller. This is not necessarily the amazing... Okay. Damn. So, we know our round 3 hand's gonna be nice. I have 8. I could maxi. And then I think our long round's better than theirs.
And now I shall break you.
GG's. So we got 1, 2, and 3. I take 1 mulligan off this. I get this. I'm grateful that we got this out, because that would have been annoying. They should have maybe Ramon, right? And then a second one of those. Yeah, he knew long round 3, it was just, he's cooked.
The gate must
Next up here we have Fruitsy Ysgith monsters. It's one of the toughest decks in the entire game, I swear. I have a good long round here. This is better for the Truffle stuff, so we'll put it back. And I can Purify and then Bleed, which is not bad. And see where we're at with Maxi. I think we keep this so we don't break the Rider. And just keep in mind too, we need a Vampire before we use it. Last Wish. 1. Yeah, you can't see what they banished, unfortunately. I have no idea what I'm playing against now. This is crazy. But I think I'm gonna play into Regis here. I'm pretty sure it's gonna matter at the end of the day. So they're going for Consume. Damn. I guess I give Bleeding to that one. Insectoid seems to be the theme. Okay, I got you. She Troll's probably the Heat Wave then. Yeah, it's a good Heat Wave. It's a really good Heat Wave. And we still get ahead. Even better. I'm surprised they used this deck with this leader. I guess they just get the reoccurring token non-stop. I need to somehow get dominance, but it's going to be a challenge. I've got a lot of vampires for Oriana. I just need something else that's tall, right? The number of units with bleeding, so she'll get like a decent... There we go, that's tall. Tall enough. So there... I think I'm willing to... Yeah, I think I'm willing to just go a little wider for her. Just leave it like that. The cooldowns are good for next turn. Like 4 per turn is more than enough here. And then I got the point slammy stuff for later. And then in one more turn, I could play the riders, you know? It's all good. Dorregaray would be sweet. That's gonna go crazy, this combo here, but I can't do anything about it. Gotta watch our cooldowns here properly. So we got this one, and then I'm at 8. So
Another little
just a
wonder
maxi.
boat. Charming.
Top deck is good. So we got 1, 2, and 3. First O'Neill goes for Truffle, and then this thins out. So then I think it's safe. Listen, I think their deck is really cool. I also don't think I want to let them just get a free pass here, you know? This makes more sense to me. Just to go like this, that I can get cooldowns. And then the riders are going to be there for us after, you know? Now I have an opener on a pass. That was smooth. That was butter. I don't think we overextended either. We did what we had to do with these 2 cards, and then we supported it. And I still have a Necrat later, full leader. I guess we did spend Heat Wave. So we'll do this, and then we'll go Truffle. I wanted to take a couple mulligans, because then we're getting it closer to Verena. I've got nothing to solve this problem, so... Truffle here is good, and Garkin here is good. So it's a Golden Necker deck, that's cool. I guess that makes sense with Last Wish. I don't know why else you'd play it. This is crazy. So... they're almost out of cards, and they had to play Tome here. I'm so glad that I actually, I bled this. I like what I'm seeing. I don't think I want to use my last leader charge, though. Here, we'll put... It actually makes more sense to put Truffle first. And then we can just play this for a trade. And we go into round 3. I don't even think I'm going to use the last leader. Yeah, Barbagazi. That's nuts. It feels like wasted points if I play more. They get 1 carryover Toad. I wouldn't be afraid of double Golden Necker because they've got nothing else to play. Love to see the plumber. Put this back. Put this back. There we go. We pulled the last. It might actually be, instead of Proto, it might be the second one though. I haven't decided. Do you think they have a lock? This is going to make a world of a difference for me. If it can't boost, your whole deck gets ruined. If they lock it, I might actually go for a Purify. They could have unicorns. Oh, you gotta clash that for sure. For sure, brother. Yeah, that would be terrible. That's an issue if I use the last leader right now. Because they're going to keep consuming the same things. It's, Ruin is to melee row. I'm gonna have to put up with a lot of points from that.
If you believe in any gods,
It's still gonna be this. At least we're getting the damage from the moon. I see. I see what's going on. I think we lose. If Verena stuck, we would have won. If they didn't have this card. Okay, that's nice. We'll take that. And then... this plays for 6. Bleeding 3. So 4, 5, 6, 7, I guess. No, I think we still win. It was just closer than I thought. I understand now why you're using Fruits of Ysgith. Yeah. This was insane, though. If we didn't bleed in round 2, we would have definitely got destroyed.
my lads will make sure of that.
Next up here we got Hidden Cache. First time playing against Hidden Cache this season. I might do it myself soon. So we take Thinning early on. I think this can go back for now. Oriana's good. I am on red coins, so I do want a disposable hand. We can go pretty deep with this here. We do have a couple fairly large commitments, but I'm sure they do too. It's probably just the Fletter. A lot of times they have a poison package, so I have to be careful about that. What did I just say, right? Then we pivot. We pivot. Instead of going tall on that, we'll just go on this. They want that long round bad. Let's get some points on him then. That's why I think Freak Show is so good. You change the dynamic whenever you want of the round. If something happens that you don't like, you fix it. This will probably die and this will probably die, but I need bleeding on the row. Would be a good pass for them, but makes more sense to take the coin, kill that, spend whatever, make sure you get the round, and then go forward. It's not much of a horde situation though. I'm playing threat after threat, so I'm messing up the strat.
Not mine, I swear. Got no idea.
Purify, that's a good value. There's only the one status though. 20. I have room to take these, but we need bleeding. This will die though. That's actually so clutch. Probably just the riders then. So they go down to 3 points. If they play Siggy, then they... So, okay. I might be able to play in a couple turns depending on what I pull. Regis is cool. Heller's not that amazing. We do go fairly tall, but I think we'll be alright here. Let's just go this way. Yeah, it's gonna be uncomfortable, but I know long round they clean house. I also have Arena, which could be nice. Don't get a brawler. So I could get the Truffle carryover. I don't think we're going to stay in for 4 turns, so it's not all bad. I could just go for a Proto-Flutter Slam here. It's going to be a 9 boost. That's annoying. Pwah. What a good tech to have in this case. Are we comfortable though?
Out of the kettle, into the cauldron.
Okay, let's do some math. So whenever your opponent gains coins, damage yourself by 1. These are both infused. At the end of your turn, gain a coin. So they gain a coin at the end of the next turn. And then these go down 1. But then this goes down 1. I think I'm good. Yep. They have obviously carryover from these 2 things, but I have last say with a heat wave. I was able to get the order on Nilfgaard plus the scenario, and I think that was a fairly good trade. They could have Passiflora here for round 3 though, I just don't know how they fit everything. Verena is going to save so much trouble. What's in deck? A Flutter would be cool. That's not bad. I just realized though, it's like... Yeah. Damn. Can I take her back? There we go. Let's see what you do about that. Let's see what you do. That could just be game winning right there. We baited out the freak show in round 1. Why? This is absurd, man. I don't even know what to tell you anymore.
I really ought to help clear some of this clutter.
Oh, that would have been the highlight reel of the actual sentry. I need that to die soon. On a scale of 1 to 10, pretty tilted. Can you blame me? I think I stay away from Bincy. That could be a heat wave. Let's try to knock this out of the way if we can. It all came down to a Peller. If I'm playing in this matchup ever again in my life, I'm keeping Peller.
Officer's way.
So she's at 3. This dies here. And then I think I'm actually going to go and take Regis. And that should close the gap a bit more. And then I'm going to play the Garkin, and we'll go from there. How do you fit Oniromancy, Nilfgaard, Scenario, Bincy, Candle, Madame? I don't understand. I guess they're just saying forget about anything other than... Like, there's no Passiflora, there's no... It's all just, like, very polarized. Super low provision cards if it's not a high provision card. We win this game, by the way, but it could have been so cool. And then they're not going to let me finish. Okay, good sport.
There is but one punishment for traitors.
Next up here we have double cross. We go second. Nice, okay, good start. I have 2 Flutter. I think we'll put 1 back. Nekarat's good, but maybe not both. Maxi's nice. Hopefully we thin this out. And we're not missing really any golds besides maybe Oriana, and so it's all doable. Generally, double cross will keep a joust for round 1 against us because they know we have a Nekarat. So I don't really know how I feel about playing it too early. Or they just have no proactivity and we could do it because we want to. I think we fire it up because I need, we want to start Regis. And then we could play this next.
The front lines, I suppose.
I can't deal with that though. Let's get the value in before it's too late.
I must attend to their needs, their well-being.
It's too late. Emir is cool, but I can't use him. And it survives. Insane. Just like a little more value off you, man. They have a pass, but you wouldn't pass at 8. We gotta ramp it up for next turn. No Purify when I want one. Wait, okay, sure. I guess they have a Tall Punish available. I could use this to win the round, or I could just play Verena and see where that goes. Verena feels like she's better later game, though. In this matchup, at least. It's not like a bad card to have back in my deck, you know what I mean? So I think I'm gonna go for a little push. I see 2-0 potential if we can just get this down. Obviously, playing Truffle before they can is probably good too. I would imagine that they have illusionists somewhere. Oh yeah, it's all the more reason to win the round. Thank you for Kelvi.
Don't be afraid.
Honestly,
It won't help you.
let's maxi first.
And now I shall break you.
Wow. It's like everything went to the bottom. I think that's actually the worst maxi I've ever seen in my life. Just so you know. You know what is insane though? If I pull off Damien, I can go for a huge proto-flutter stack, pull off Damien, and just go crazy. Assuming we find it. Man, there's so many cards in front of this. I guess we just float that. I don't think they have the second joust because their hand's going to be all good stuff. Yeah, they're probably going to find an Alba. Okay. If that's the only lock you have, though, I feel pretty good about playing Verena after this. Because when you go off Room Mage for it, it tells me that you're kind of desperate for one.
All these signs can mean but one thing.
Alright, we could turn off the Assimilate engine right at the beginning here.
Resistance shall not be tolerated.
It's like the perfect number, too.
The mysteries of this world, boundless they are.
Action, man, I'm giving them a hard time with this at least. I have to use this. Truffle went from round 1, so I'm gonna take the boost just to see where I'm at. That's a good play. That literally is 7 points, I guess. 7, 10 points. Let's wait. Just remember, bleeding does not get boost. They don't have Sabbath. And I have no 4-piece. That's insane. I can give them one, but... I don't want to, I don't know. I guess I could just kill it. Buy myself just a bit more time. They have to eat their own. And then they're gonna go for a 5 in 2 turns. They get ahead on Shoop. Counter goes to 1. We gotta put bleeding back on this. The Yaga dies before they get to use it. Wow. All right, we have double cross coming up here. We go first. They love playing against us, honestly, because Neckarats, Flatters, Alps, everything's good. Let's take our thinning. I don't think I need to use Feast. Catakin's good. If I have Catakin in pocket, though, I want to put one Flutter back for later. Maxi's nice. Okay. Maybe. Because they have aggro tendencies, you know what I mean?
Onward, sons of Nilfgaard!
I think it's only fair to take at least one leader here. Tell me you have Tall Punish without telling me you got Tall Punish. What's my highest bronze? It's gonna be a... okay. I'm getting value though. Even if they remove it, the way that we're going wide with the points here, we've already got 6 on the board. And then I can just take the thin. Okay. I gotta figure this out, man. Obviously their top deck's gonna be crazy. Actually, Varina is the savior. Think about it. Maxi's got to go because we got to play quicker. And I think Riders are going to go too. We're just going to have to send it a little bit here. I say that, but I actually can't play anything. Riders would have been a good keep, actually. I was hoping that I drew into something else proactive, you know, like this. This. A flutter. Anything. Do they have a lock?
Don't be afraid. It will help you.
We can't boost anything. You had to deal with Varina, no? Let's see if she carries. You're taking leader off me already. Heatwave would be nice, wouldn't it? Oh, okay. That's what you're doing. I guess that one can get boosted. I definitely want more stuff going on here. I think I go this way. We create the pocket. Okay, so shoot. Got you.
Close and calm.
A lock, that's scary. Less 3. I think we can bait the lock with this.
I do not mince words.
Shoot resilience is going to be bad. I can purify it if I stay in. What I might do, maybe stack. And then try to get rid of that heat wave.
must attend to their needs, their well-being.
Two more turns of this nonsense. The thing is, if they go in for the heat wave here, they do get rid of 12, but I think I actually stay in there unless they use the random collar, you know what I mean? So right now it's still comfortable enough. I guess they can collar Verena. Let's see if they're... I like how they're reading the Alp, trying to figure out if that was the move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could just go and take Oriana and get that one turn proc though. There you go. She plays for 3 plus 5 plus... Yeah, it's not bad. It's a random Bloody Mistress. I'm running out of space, man. That's likely my heat wave. And then we have an answer to shoot. Unless they miss shoot, but there's no shot they miss shoot because they had Calvi. They're just waiting. There it is. Come on, please, please, please. Resilience, I want to see it. Yes, sir. It's a very slow play for me, but it prevents a lot of points from later. You know? And then they get 1 and 2. I think we're actually able to get a pass here. Unless they crank leader. Listen, I know when I'm beat.
Strike first and strike hard.
That's not a bad setup here. Tibor would be good for me if I can pull it. Maxi's doing nothing. Plumbered might do something. This probably goes. I guess that's okay. Consideration to play Dodric, though.
Go to hell, perverted hag.
Whatever row you play on, I'm picking the other one. Okay, then my mind's made up. That's gonna be the Tibor? No. Damage. Okay. I like how it gets down to 7. They should use leader kill that. Sure.
Target acquired.
Long live the Emperor!
I think it's the only way, man. This non-interactive BS. We waste their leader. The thing is, they can,
You will not regret this, sir.
Monsters
There's nothing good in deck, right?
suffice for now.
Oh, we still have 1 card. This will die no matter what we do, so it makes sense to me to just use it.
Anything in particular interest you?
and at least get this killed. 100% you got a heat wave or a yen or a vild or a something or other, right? Like 100%. I think I have to put it here. We got some protected points, but I'm not really comfortable with this 19-point play just sitting right there. Yeah, you see? No way it's not enough. Well, actually it is. Because they get... Wait, what?